Jamie again with Inky&Scrappy for my Brewing Up Creativity with Jaime-Class locally at our local coffee house. And so I do them on here just as a, I suppose, a refresher on, because I usually do the card way ahead of time and then I need to remember how I actually did it. This kit comes with a little bag of sequences for added bling bling and all of the pieces to make my card, which I don't currently have sitting next to me, so let me go and grab it. Okay, I'm back. See? So this is the card that we are doing. This one was a super, I shouldn't say super simple, but because it probably took me more brain power than the last one did when I have such a hard time with simple cards or more white space type cards. So this one is a collage style with a little penguin and the little iceberg from MFT's Playful Penguin stamp set. And the happy birthday die is also from MFT. I love their circle word dies, and so I've had it forever. I have never used it and I needed to get it out and use it, and so I love the look of this one and how the finished product looks. So I've kind of been going a little bit simpler lately and it's been kind of fun. So to start, should we paint? We'll paint first. I mean, that's kind of how this one goes. So for that one, I'm pretty sure I did Distress Mica Stain in Frosted Juniper to get that coloring on. I don't know if I did that for sure on that one. I'm thinking I did a Salvaged Patina and that cross, but I think so. We're just going to go with that. Well, maybe we should try it in Salvaged Patina and some mica stain, some Blue Frost Aqua Pigments from Brutus, Monroe. Yeah, let's try it. Worst case scenario, I hate it, and it's I don't know if that's gonna match close enough, but it should be all right. I'm just painting in the lines on the edge here. I didn't even get my water out this time. I'm so on top of it. So if you watched the first one in my January, I want to say February because I was working on February cards. So in my January Brewing Up Creativity with Jamie from Inky&Scrappy, I just got done filming that one and I moved on to this one and I put my water away, so I don't have my water currently out. It's pretty, it's glittery, and I don't know if you need so much on. I didn't do any shading on this one. I just kept it very much my ice doing icy type things, so just glittery and shiny, and that's really all I wanted to do with that one. So I'm not doing anything special with that one today, and I'm wasting my Distress Mica spray stain. It's all right there. I didn't use it. You know, I can leave my water out, can't I? I'm gonna need it. So let's just erase and call it good. And then for my black, or for my penguin, I am going to use my Distress Black Soot. Are we on camera here? Black Soot and Marigold. And we can use some spun sugar for his little cheeky cheeks. So we keep him, oh, I got water all over my igloo, or my igloo, okay, let's put that one off to the side so I'm not dripping water all over stuff that I've already colored. So we are coming in and doing, I should probably do the orange first, huh? Let's do the orange first because it's the lighter tone. And then I'm going to come in with that pink as well because that's all that really goes on that white part. And I'm making his cheeks a little bit oval because he's laying down. And then, oh, I see what I did on the other one. I should go back and do that with this one. So, okay, we're gonna pick up some of that black, and I'm gonna try to keep it like a little bit more concentrated this time, so I can do this in one pass. I kind of want to lay my darker shading down here. These penguins are a little bit bigger than the Lawn Fawn ones, and so I have a little bit more, I can get a little bit more shading in with my watercoloring. Except, of course, when I go out of the lines. It is what it is. I am using a number 6 brush. You could go in with a much smaller brush to get a little bit more of your finer detail and or lines in there if you want. I'm also going to do a little bit darker shade on his little tail or his little bum there. And then of course his back here, I want a little bit more of a darker black. Okay, and I'm just going to add a little bit more water to my black, and then I'm going to come in and I'm going to re-wet what I already did, but I also want to just kind of pull that up and not re-wet it, oh, I don't know, not go over it too horribly bad, but I also want it to blend because I don't want, you know, it's watercolor, so if you go over something that's dry and not re-wet it, it's going to give you that watercolor look, which is fine. If you don't like that look, going over it and re-wetting and working that line will give you a smoother transition. And I think I lost my shading back here, so I'm just going to come in and add another layer of shading there. Now I did muddle up my little penguin's face again, just like I did in my last one. So I'm going to try to erase that out with some water here and my towel. Try to find a clean spot on there. I don't know if I did a great job at it, but it's a little bit better. So to fix it, I'm gonna super water out, or super water down my black and just kind of come in and kind of add a little bit of a shadow there in hopes that it kind of blends that into a little bit. Like, it looks more intentional than as an oops. Now, on my last one, or my first original one, I had gone in with, let's see, I set that somewhere. I don't really want to go with, well, maybe I will. So I kind of, and I don't want this one to have that mica in it, so I'm just going to come in and water down some of that Salvaged Patina really well, and I'm just going to drop just a teeny tiny bit on the underside here so it looks like he's getting a little bit of a glow from the igloo, or not the igloo, the ice chunk. I can't talk today. So I'm going to set him off to the side. I am going to erase my palette, dry off my surface here, and then we're going to start with our card assembly. This one should be a fairly simple one compared to the last one. And so I'm just going to add my base here with some tape runner, and or you can use some liquid adhesive. And this one is cut down a 1/4 inch smaller. So it is a 4x5 1/4 panel onto an A2 card base. And then we are going to go down about, let's see here, 1 3/4 inches. Somewhere between 1.5 inches and 1 3/4 inches. And I'm going to make sure I have glue runner on the outside pieces there. And then this one measures 4 1/4 all the way across. And then if you have extra hangover there, because I might not have cut perfectly, I'll just lob off the little bit that's overhanging. And then we're going to bring in this piece. And this piece I only want to be about here. But I cut it a little long. That was semi on purpose. So say here is kind of where I want this one to end up. So I'm just going to cut this one, whoops, straight off here. Try to make it straight. And then I want, so if you figure out where your middle is and you do a little slit in, and then you do a flag tail. So you flag in from the corner to the tip of your middle cut there, and the same this way. You get a fairly simple flag tail or fishtail. Is it a fishtail in? I don't know. And then this one we are going to either with liquid adhesive or the tape runner adhesive, and then we're just gonna line this one up with, I don't want this one to go all the way to the edge. I want this one to kind of hang out on the edge of that panel piece there. And we're gonna put that one down. I don't want it to be right in the middle where that black line is. I kind of want it to be offset. And then I have my little piece here, and this one I'm going to go, I want it to be about here, and I'm just going to rip it, and then let's see, I'm going to rip it at about here on this end. So we have 2 rip sides. Ooh, I kind of like the rip on that one better. Okay. Whoa. Rips are rips. I mean, they really don't matter, but I usually have a preference when I rip stuff, what side I like better than the other. And then I'm just going to layer that one over the top of that one, fully on that black piece. You can up, down it, whatever you want for that matter. And then I did not weed my pieces here, so I'm going to need to poke out all of those die pieces that kind of stuck in there that aren't necessarily supposed to be in there. Going in with my crystal katana, popping all of those out quick. And this cardstock is a metallic, I want to say metallic gin fizz. I picked it up on, I want to say, oh, envelopes.com, and I probably got it on clearance, so it was super cheap. I know it's not any, I don't even know if they have the gin fizz, or I want to say it was some champagne. I don't remember. This one's got a gold fleck to it. It's gorgeous, but you know, I probably have enough to last my lifetime too. But you could use any kind of a sparkle metallic, like a white metallic. Pixie cardstock, is that the one that is from Lawn Fawn? That's similar. I'm just going around the circle part of this one. You could go around the little letters if you really, really wanted to. And I want my happy birthday to kind of hang out, you know, somewhere in there. We'll put that one there. We'll hold that one down a little bit. And then we're just going to pop up, well, first we can glue these two together. So I'm just going to put a little line of glue there. Let's put our little penguin friend on top of our little iceberg. I got it right this time. I know, it doesn't happen very often. And let's go in with some, you get to see my arm reach across because I'm unprepared, with some foam squares. And I need to cut one of these in half. So let's see if we can wiggle him up there. Is he sticking out? Nope, perfect. And then we're just gonna peel off our foam adhesive and pop him right on top here. Kind of so he's inside that happy birthday circle piece. And for the most part, we're done. Well, we need to bling it up a little bit. So just adding a little bit of bling. So this one's got 7. Usually I do in 3s and in triangles. This one, I just felt like it needed that extra one. Odd numbers are always good. So if you don't do 3s, try for odds. And so let me grab a little dish here. I just did a little scoop of 2 different kinds of sequences that I have in my stash. You can pre-lay these out if you are, you know, nervous about sequence placement and or things. I like to just go with it. So I kind of know where I want my sequences to land. This one's got like a whole bunch of pretty stars in there. So let's see here. We're gonna throw that guy there, that dude there, and let's go with the lighter colored one there. Maybe I should have done my lighter one there. It's all good. 1, 2, 3. Those little stars really want to stick. Okay. Are we in there? We're in there. Okay. Go there with that one. I think so. Outer bank. Oh, that one's pretty too. This one's kind of got a reflective. It's like a black, but it's like a holographic black. That one's pretty. And let's go with one that's kind of tucked in and under there. So I could go in with another black one, or I could go in with one of those. Let's go in with one of those. I think that one's going to be super subtle. but you see it. I like it. And that is my finished one. So that was this one. This is this one. And the pattern paper on this one is from Simple Stories. It's last year. I think it's I don't know if it was last year's. It's one of their Simple Stories snowflake patterns. I like snowflake patterns. I will pick them up all the time because they're fast and easy. So this one was a fairly simple one once all the pieces were cut and put together, or you know, cut and ready to go. So all right, I hope you have a great one. Thanks for joining me, and we will see you next month with brewing up creativity with Inky and Scrappy.